फर्स्ट फोर्थ फिफ्थ सिक्स सेवंथ सेवन
हेलो ममता मैम, क्या हो रहा है? ममता अनम्यूट कर।
हाँ जी भारती मैम बताइए।
ये प्रहलाद हाउस से Palak will be sharing the screen because Ananya, there's some problem coming up with Ananya's laptop.
ओके। मिस्टर कमल प्लीज आप नोट करिए, मैंने आपको लिस्ट भेजी थी। तो अनन्या राघव की जगह पलक खत्री शेयर करेगी। पहले तो आयुष्मान आएगा, आयुष्मान सैनी, हु इज द होस्ट। आयुष्मान
ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा, है ना?
kindly those who are discussing things among themselves, please mute कर लीजिए। Yes, Rajni ma'am, can we start with the program?
I think क्या बोल रहे हो? नहीं, वो आयुष्मान will start the program. Straight forward from Ayush.
Kindly check all judges are there. Kindly check all judges are there.
Judges.
I can see Divya is here. Divya is there. What about Swati ma'am and Manjari ma'am?
Swati. They are joining.
Okay. Because we have to wait for them, na?
हाँ, बिल्कुल. They are joining.
Swati is there. Swati has joined. Manjari has also joined. Swati and Manjari both are there. Divya Khanna is also there. So we can start.
Manjari has joined. Yes.
One thing I want to interrupt with Swati and or the organizers. Actually, there are 5 points of judgment criteria, and there are 3
columns
marks out of 30. So I have divided, if Swati and the other one they agree, I have divided the topic and relevance. Another is creativity. Another is presentation and research work. Because we have to give mark in 10, 10, 10, and there are 5 marks. So filed all the
Manjari ma'am, you can do one thing. This the performer will
you have to increase 2 columns.
You have to increase 2 columns. Yes.
You have to increase 2 columns.
Okay, I can give marks in 50 out of 50.
Yes.
Okay. Then it's fine. No problem.
You can edit this. You can edit this yourself. It can be edited by you.
Okay. No problem.
I did the same.
Divya, you can edit this.
Yes,
meanwhile, you can write it in a column in copy, and afterwards you can edit and just put the marks in this. Okay. So let's start with the program.
One more query is there. Mamta, to the organizers, there is one more query, that the names of the participants, all the participants has been given, but we will be considering as team 1, team 2, team 3, and team 4.
Yes.
We can't be writing the marks in front of each individual.
No. You have to write the marks in front of house, because organizers have mentioned house name also at the top. They have mentioned the house name also.
Better if you are recreating your performer into 5 columns, then better you write in group 1, 2, 3, 4 like this.
Actually, this performer is made on for the reason of writing certificates. For that, we need each and every participant's name. You can consider it as team 1, team 2, or house 1, house 2, house 3, and so on. Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So this is in order of the performance, right?
Yes.
So, ma'am, shall I start?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Ayushman Seni, along with my friend Manya Arora, welcome you all to the Inter-House Heritage presentation for class 10th to 12th. The rules for today's competition are: number of participants should be 4 and minimum 1 should be from each house. Time limit should be 5 to 7 minutes. Negative marking would be there if time limit is exceeded. No props are allowed and no add-ons. Whatever house wants to show through computer. The judgment criterion for today's competition are relevance to the topic, creativity, innovative presentation through computer, depth of research, presentation skills. All participants will be awarded the participation certificate.
Manya, we are not able to hear you. We are not able to hear you, Manya.
Yeah, nothing is audible.
Ma'am, now is it audible?
Yeah.
Okay. The judges for today's competition are Ms. Swati Kulkarni, Ms. Manjari Das, and our alumni, Ms. Divya Khanna. Ms. Swati Kulkarni, TGT, Social Science, has been associated with the school since 1992. Besides teaching, her versatile skills set an edge for students to explore and learn. Ms. Manjari Das, social science teacher in the primary wing, has been working in Ahlcon since 1991. Ma'am's immense subject knowledge coupled with a deep bond with the students make the learning process interesting. And Ms. Divya Khanna, the top scorer of the school in humanities stream in AISSCE in the year 2019, is currently in the third year of her bachelor's in political science at the Indraprasth College of Women, University of Delhi. A former Global Youth member, she has participated in many competitions related to her stream and has a B1 level diploma in the Spanish language. Now, I would like to start today's competition with the house which would be presenting on Ganesh Chaturthi. Ganesh Chaturthi, also known as Vinayak Chaturthi or Vinayak Chaviti. It is a Hindu festival celebrating the arrival of Lord Ganesh to earth from Kailash Parvat with his mother, goddess Parvati. Now, I request the house to start their presentation.
Oh, the permission is denied to share screen.
Mamta ma'am?
Yes, Bharti ma'am.
Palak says she has denied the thing to share the screen.
Mr. Kamal, please make Palak Khatri a co-host so that she can share her screen. Mr. Kamal. Now, Palak, are you able to?
Yes. She has.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Okay.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय.
Good afternoon, all the judges, teachers, and fellow students. I, Vidhi, with my teammates Sharanya and technical support Palak and Ananya, invoke the blessings of Vignaharta as we embark on the Inter-House Heritage presentation on the topic Ganesh Chaturthi.
Gods did not belong to a cult or a sect, but an inclusive part of our lives. I am sure every secular Indian will relate to Ganpati Bappa Moria, the most worshipped deity. In fact, all religious rituals begin with him. And moreover, we closely associate with affable and adorable elephant-headed god as my friend Ganesha.
Ganesh Chaturthi, also called Vinayak Chavithi, is an auspicious Hindu festival which is celebrated for 10 days every year. The festival is celebrated in the Bhadra month as per the Hindu calendar, which generally falls in the mid-August to September. It marks the birthday of beloved Lord Ganesha.
To brief you on the mythology, Ganesh is the younger son of Lord Shiva and Parvati. According to one story, Lord Ganesha was created by Parvati out of dirt from her body to guard her in the absence of Shiva. The other popular story is that Devas requested Shiva and Parvati to create Ganesh so that he can be a Vignakarta for Rakshasas, thus being a Vignaharta and helping Devas. So the main essence of Ganesh Chaturthi is that devotees who pray to him are set free of sins and it leads them on the path of knowledge and wisdom.
Historically, the festival has been celebrated since the time of King Shivaji. It was during India's freedom struggle that Lokmanya Tilak changed Ganesh Chaturthi from a private celebration to a grand public festival where people from all castes of society can come together, pray, and be united. Over the years, the kind of celebrations have evolved. It is around Ganesh Chaturthi that communalism increased. Ganesh Chaturthi is not just a celebration, but a communal and communitarian celebration of humanity. It is fascinating to see South, North, West gathered together in the name of Ganesha.
Let us now know about some of the main rituals and celebrations of Ganesh Chaturthi. There are 4 main rituals which are performed during the 10-day-long festival. They are namely Pran Pratishtha, Shodashopacharya, Uttar Puja, and Ganpati Visarjan. A ritual called Pran Pratishtha is observed where a priest chants mantra to invoke life into the deity. The Uttar Puja ritual is then performed, which is about bidding farewell to Ganesha with deep respect. This is followed by Ganpati Visarjan, a ceremony wherein the statue is now immersed in water. While some devotees celebrate this festival at home, others pay their visit to Lord Ganesha at public pandals. Dishes like Lord Ganesha's favorite modak, puran poli, and karanji are prepared for friends, family, and visitors. The tradition of Ganesh Chaturthi has thus traveled and has reached far and wide, creating a unifying bond wrapped between childhood memories and a promising expectation.
We will now elaborate on the fervor of Ganesh festivities as celebrated in different states of India, in particular to Maharashtra, Delhi, Goa, Hyderabad, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu.
You all will agree that Mumbai city throbs life every year during Ganesh Chaturthi. It is grandly celebrated every year amidst loud bellows of Ganpati Bappa Moria, Mangal Murti Moria. Some of the popular pandals to visit if you are in Mumbai are Lal Bagh Cha Raja, Khetwadi Ganraj, Ganesh Gali Mumbai Cha Raja, and Andheri Cha Raja, among others. And on the 10th day, a carnival-like march is witnessed when people carry the idol in procession to immerse it in the Arabian Sea.
Owing to its cosmopolitan nature, Delhi's streets bustle with extremely appealing Ganesh idols on sale. Not to forget, it is an opportunity for the small artisans to earn their livelihoods. Religiosity is thus adding to urban configuration. Besides the rituals, Hyderabad is known for special mouth-watering dishes like unduralu and kudumulu, which are prepared along with rice porridge for offerings to the Lord. In Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Hindu festival starts a day earlier when prayers are offered to goddess Gauri, the mother of Lord Ganesha. Then the Ganesh Utsav begins in a grand fashion and sweets like goju, modakam and payasam are prepared and distributed among the devotees. Like Delhi and Maharashtra, Huge pandals are also set where gigantic Ganesh idols are installed for people to visit and offer prayers.
This is an era of sustainable development. So we should also try looking for the kind of celebrations which are environment friendly. So for Ganesh Chaturthi, we can switch to eco-friendly murtis made up of organic soil or mud instead of one made with plaster of Paris. To spare and secure our nature, we should hold hands and do our bit and go for eco-friendly items. Numerous campaigns are performed to make awareness on conserving the environment through different mediums. This way, we support SDG goal number 13, 14, and 15. It saves our water resources too. As stated before, Ganesh Chaturthi is celebrated by immersing Ganesh Murtis in water.
Dear judges, teachers, and friends, this presentation was an effort to remind us of our scientific and cultural traditions that bask in the rich, unifying heritage of India. I conclude the presentation by a prayer to the Lord to bless each one of us. Vakritunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Thank you.
Thank you for such a beautiful presentation.
Now I would like to.
Team 1 is 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
Now I would like to invite the next house to present their topic, Deepavali. Deepavali is the Indian festival of lights, a holiday that celebrates the triumph of good over evil. This festival usually lasts for 5 days and is celebrated during the Hindu lunisolar month Kartike. Now I request the house to start the presentation.
Yeah, please provide. Okay.
I hope the screen is visible to all.
Yes.
Yes.
The new moon night brings the moment of delights. Victory on evil, the motto it ignites. We welcome you to witness the Festival of Lights. Good morning, everyone. During this new normal and virtual connectivity, I, Molly, along with my teammates Dipanshu, Siddhi, and Snigdha, would like to take you through this glittering journey of one of the most cardinal celebrations in India, the Festival of Deepavali.
But before heading into the theme, let us know, why is it a matter of celebration and not a usual day? Tradition calls out the day of Deepavali to celebrate the return of Lord Ram in his native kingdom. The advent of people's beloved, Maryada Purushottam Ram, was indeed a matter of celebration. It is believed that people in Ayodhya decorated their houses and lit hundreds and hundreds of diyas to mark the path for their arrival, which in fact is replicated in literally every part of India every year on this special occasion. Lighting diyas on this occasion symbolizes the extinction of darkness and the establishment of good over evil. The advent of the festival on a new moon night makes it obvious in the epic to light the path as Ram's return fills light in the fate of Ayodhya. Earlier, diyas were lit up of ghee, but in the times to follow, it was replaced by mustard oil as it purifies the air, killing harmful bacteria and viruses.
Apart from Lord Ram, many more deities are worshipped across different parts of India. Goddess Lakshmi, Lord Ganesh, Goddess Saraswati, Lord Krishna, Goddess Kali, Mahavira, and many more.
Deepavali, literally meaning row of lights, is celebrated on the darkest night of the darkest period. According to the Skanda Puran, the earthen lamps or the diyas symbolize the sun, describing it as the cosmic giver of light and energy. Diwali celebrations are spread over 5 days, starting on Dhanteras, Narak Chaturdashi, Diwali, Govardhan Puja, and Bhai Dooj. Diwali or Dipavali is a Sanskrit word which means a garland or diyas. Carrying a lot of astrological significance, Diwali marks the new lunar year and celebrates the season of harvest.
Cleaning is an essential living trait, and as the festival approaches, I can safely assume the cleaning and renovation work initiated in our houses. Probably, this is the oldest Swachh Bharat Abhiyan launched in our country. People, in fact, find this a great occasion to fill in new colors on their walls, as this festival fills in their lives. In line with SDG 10, the light of Deepavali has overshadowed the dominance of religion, and so it belongs to all. This day calls out for all school of thoughts, communities, castes, and religion to be set aside for the spirit of celebration to be uplifted beyond man-made boundaries. It goes on to reflect the motto of unity amongst people and communities with their unique ways of celebration.
There are uncountable occupational opportunities that people, especially the economical disadvantaged, can benefit from. Small jobs like selling fairy lights, diyas, flowers, rangoli stencils, and other decorations can be taken up. Also, organizing a joint cleanup will help the low-wage people gain economical opportunities. The Festival of Lights appears to be giving a much-needed boost to demand, with online retail sales to business activity indicators signaling Asia's third-largest economy is recovering.
Boycotting China and its products has been one of the main intentions of the government these past years. Deepavali brings occasions for politicians and religious leaders worldwide to meet Indian citizens, diplomatic staff, or neighbors. Other global territories like Singapore, UK, etc. also celebrate this festival.
The Festival of Lights also brings with itself some challenges every year. Noise and air pollution by burning crackers, child labor, underpaid employment, accidents, etc. are just some of them.
In the unprecedented situation of the virtual world, keeping the tradition of Deepavali alive was itself a big challenge. Nonetheless, the spirit towards our cultural and spiritual self was uplifted by the festive season with the worldwide re-premiere of epic serials like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Meet and greets were of course avoided, but what came out factfully through the festival was the spirit of unity and togetherness within.
Apart from the obvious that this festival stands for, it motivates people to contribute in the betterment of the society. As Kabir went on saying, "Bura jo dekhan main chala, bura na miliya koi. Jo dil khoja apna, mujhse bura na koi." The evil rests within, but the angel's abode is within too. It is us who need to find and ignite the right approach at the right time. We must have patience, no matter how long the wait is. Time changes and things will be favorable. Curating this presentation required us to drill from different sources, but the best we got, and I'm sure all my teammates would agree with me right now, are the stories from grannies and grandpa. On this intriguing note, we leave you at the site of this marvelous Indian heritage and sign off for the day. Thank you.
Thank you for such a fantastic presentation.
Time taken by team 2 is 6 minutes and 22 seconds.
Now I would like next house to present their topic on Dussehra. Dussehra is one of the most important festivals of India. It is celebrated 20 days before Diwali. It comes off mostly in October or in the beginning of November. It was on this day that Lord Ram killed the cruel demon king Ravan. Now I request the house to start their presentation.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, I, Shriya from 12th class and Jayesh from class 10th will be speaking on the topic Dussehra with Mansi and Shweta presenting the slides. Do you all know how the festival of Dashera came into existence?
Well, we already know the legend of Lord Rama. He was the eldest of the four sons of Dashrath of Ayodhya, and he was married to Sita. He was brave, kind, and a wise prince, and everyone adored him.
As he was about to be crowned king, one of his stepmothers forced her husband, the king, to send Ram into exile to forest for 14 years and to make her own son Bharat the new king. King Dashrath was heartbroken, but he granted her wish to keep a promise he had made to her long ago. Sita and Lakshman, Ram's younger brother, decided to accompany Ram during his exile.
They came across many interesting adventures on their way to the forest. They lived in the forest for many years. Then one day, finding Sita all alone, Ravana, the demon king, abducted her and took her to his faraway kingdom called Lanka. When Rama found out, he set out with Lakshman to rescue his beloved wife.
On the long way to Lanka, he met Hanuman. He became Ram's great devotee and follower and helped him not only to raise an army but also to fight and win the battle against Ravan.
Ravana was a great devotee of Brahma, the creator god. He received the nectar of immortality as a boon. This nectar was placed under his belly, and he would not die until the nectar lasted. On the other hand, his brother Kumkaran and son Meghnad had also pleased Lord Brahma and received boons.
Kumkaran had wanted power over all celestial beings, but he accidentally asked for uninterrupted sleep, so he received a blessing that kept him asleep for straight 6 months in a year. Meghnad received the boon that he would never be defeated in a battle as long as he performed a special fire offering called Yagya before every battle. He had many powerful weapons and could even perform many magical tricks.
During the battle between Rama and Ravana, Kumkaran had to be woken up from his deep slumber, and it took a lot of drums and trumpets to accomplish that mighty task. He was not as evil as his brother, so he tried to convince Ravana to accept defeat and return Sita to Rama. But Ravana did not listen to him. Kumkaran was later killed by Rama.
Meghnad used his powerful weapons to kill many in Lord Rama's army and even succeeded in capturing both Rama and Lakshman in a trap made of serpents. It was Hanuman who sought help from Garud, the mighty eagle who is considered the enemy of serpents and is also the vehicle of Lord Vishnu, the protector god. He ate the serpents and rescued the two brothers.
Another time, Meghnad used his most powerful weapon, Shakti, on Lakshman, who lost consciousness. And that is when Hanuman flew to the Dronagiri mountain and uprooted it because he got confused about which special herb to take to save Lakshman's life.
Now Lakshman has had enough. He decided to disrupt the sacred fire ceremony being performed by Meghnad and finally kill him. Now Ravana was the only one powerful left in his army, and as you know, he could not be killed because of the nectar of immortality kept under his belly.
But Vibhishana, Ravana's brother, who had earlier joined the army of Lord Rama, gave up this secret. So Rama aims his arrow at Ravana's belly, and as it strikes him, the nectar spills over and Ravana is killed. And hence, every year, we celebrate this day as the festival of Dashera. But why is this festival named so?
The name of the festival is derived from the Sanskrit words Dasha meaning 10 and Hara meaning defeat. When put together, it becomes Dashera, which means the defeat of the 10-headed, also known as Dashanan Ravan, by Lord Rama. But do you know that Dashera is also called Vijayadashmi?
Yes, it is also called Vijayadashmi, which means victory on the 10th day. The day is celebrated both as Vijayadashmi to mark the victory of goddess Durga over the demon king Mahishasur, and also as Dashera to mark the victory of Lord Rama over Ravana.
This festival celebrates the victory of good over evil. It signifies that wrongdoings on some of the other days come in front of everyone. Whether any evil forces push you, truth and righteousness always win.
As you all must have heard many stories about the Ravana's 10 heads, do you really know what those 10 heads mean?
Each of Ravana's head stands for an evil. Kam for lust, Krodh for anger, Moh for attachment, Lobh for greed, Mad for pride, Swat for selfishness, Matsarya for jealousy, Ahankar for ego, Amanavta for lack of humanity, and Anyaya for injustice.
Do you know people proceed with different cultures in different cities? For example, Kolkata is considered to be the Dashera capital of India. And in the capital, Delhi, the festivities span over 9 days.
Oh, and I have heard that Buddhists also celebrate this festival?
Yes, Buddhists believe that it was in this day that King Ashoka converted to Buddhism after the Kalinga War. That is one reason why in Nagpur's Diksha Bhumi, Dashera is celebrated as Ashok Dashmi.
This year, we celebrated Dashera on October 15. So now let's start a great life by conquering our eternal 5 evils: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar.
Let us take the oath to give a dimension to our life based on this very auspicious festival. Thank you.
Thank you for such an amazing presentation.
Time taken by team 3 is 6 minutes and 58 seconds.
Now, I would like to invite last but not the least house to present their topic, Durga Puja. This festival symbolizes goddess Durga who killed Mahishasur, which was a victory over evil. The festival represents female power as Shakti in the universe. Now, I request the house to start their presentation.
Durga Puja is celebrated every year in the Hindu month of Ashwin. It celebrates the victory of goddess Durga over the demon king Mahishasura. It begins on the same day as Navratri. Durga Puja also commemorates Prince Rama's invocation of the goddess before going to war with the demon king Ravana. So, this puja is also known as the Akal Bodhar.
In fact, Albin, you will be surprised to know that a major tradition followed even today goes back to the time when Lord Ram first worshipped Mahishasura Mardini. Apart from being a religious festival for the Hindus, it is also an occasion for reunion and rejuvenation, and a celebration of traditional culture and customs. While the rituals entail 10 days of feast, fast, and worship, the last 4 days are celebrated with grandeur. So, Pragya and Albin, would you like to take us through the processions of these 5 days?
Yes, Shivangi. The ongoing of these 5 days hold a splendor of their own. With the sound of dhak and shank, along with the smell of freshly cooked bhog in the air, every household celebrates each day with boundless energy. The 6th day or the Shashti marks the entry of the Devi Ma into her abode. In the evening, Bodhan takes place, where the face of the Devi is unveiled along with the ceremonial puja. This is followed by the ceremonies of the 7th day or the Saptami. Then comes the 8th day or the Ashtami. That is the days of color, show, and grandeur. Then comes the most awaited episode of the Durga Puja, the Sandhi Aarti. A large crowd gathers for it at the Mahashtami. I know most of you might be wondering that what Sandhi Aarti actually is. So, the last 24 minutes of the Ashtami and the first 24 minutes of the Navami is considered as the Sandhi in the puja. The Devi is worshipped in her Chandi avatar. People clap and dance as the tempo of the Aarti and Dhak reach a crescendo.
But Pragya, you forgot the most important part of the Ashtami celebration, that is the Kumari Puja. Now, coming to the 9th day, the Navami, that proceeds with a series of pujas like Boli and Huma, and the day ends with the Aarti along with the Dhunuchi Nach. Now, the last day, the final day, the 10th day, Dashami, is also known as the Bijayo Dashmi. On this day, Devi begins her journey back home. One of the most interesting parts of the day lies in the Sindoor Khela, where married women offer farewell in the form of betel leaf, sweets, and sindoor to the Devi. Dressed in white sari with a red border and covered in red sindoor, the joy is evident from the faces of the women. Then, Visurjan, or the immersion of the idol of the Devi, takes place, which is the concluding ceremony to the Durga Puja.
Indeed, the religious significance of Durga Puja is glorious. But before we move forward, it's crucial to talk about the magnificence of idols and the artisanship of those who make them. Months before the puja, clay artisans start to breathe in life in the images of Durga. Making of Durga idols is a lengthy and a back-breaking process. This is done diligently and methodically by the artisans to create the most exquisite pieces of artistry. The settlement of Kumartuli in North Kolkata has a legacy of idol making that dates back to the 17th century. The Kumars are the key performers.
But I can't identify the other idols along with that of goddess Durga. Who are those?
So, Alvin, when the Durga comes home, she doesn't come alone. Durga is believed to come along with her 4 children, Ganesh, Kartikeya, Lakshmi, and Saraswati, who are placed all around. And one of the other important idols is that of the Asur Mahisasur, with the Devi fiercely gazing down at him while her weapons rest in her hand.
Not only the idols, Pragya, but the whole pandal is a reflection of the marvelous artist India is home to. I firmly believe that even our audience will be astonished to know about the exquisite Durga pandals. The huge temporary canopies held by a framework of bamboo poles and draped with colorful fabric called pandals. It is the abode of goddess Durga for the 4 days of Durga Puja. With time, the pandals started growing, and today they are set up at every street corner in colonies, parks, or even on the roads during the festive season. The beautifully dressed crowd moves through one pandal and to the other, meeting friends and families while gazing at the Devi placed in each one of them.
I wonder that what happened during the pandemic. How was the Durga Puja celebrated?
Pragya, don't you know? Due to the pandemic, this year's Durga Puja had a whole different feel to it. From app bookings for pandal visits and digital darshans, Bhog delivery via food apps to doing Ghat Pujo, broadcasting it live on YouTube and other social media platforms.
But Shivangi, the themes of the pandal have never been restricted to one, as Durga Puja in West Bengal is synonymous with the majestic and themed pandals, and this year was no different. There were pandal themes that range from the Burj Khalifa to the Bollywood. As you can see on the screen, a club in Kolkata had designed a 145 pandal, which has been modeled to look like the iconic Dubai skyscraper Burj Khalifa. And you will be surprised to know that another pandal in Kolkata had a theme based on the good work done by the actor Sonu Sood, who helped thousands of migrant workers reach home during the lockdown.
The depiction of today's society is not just restricted to the overall designing of the pandals, but also goes on to show that we are moving towards a more equal world. For the first time in the Indian history, this year, a group of 4 women officiated over all the rituals for 66 Palli Durga Puja committee in Kolkata. Indeed, these 4 Hindu priestesses did set a new precedent in area dominated by male priests, not only in West Bengal, but in other parts of the country as well.
Truly said Albin, after all, Durga Puja is the day of the Devi. It is the portrayal of women empowerment in the 21st century. Today, SDGs are a reflection of the path that we must take to defeat the evils that pertain to society today. We hope that we, the future generation, can take the legacy given to us by our culture forward and create a more positive and kind society. Thank you.
Thank you for such an incredible presentation.
Time taken by team 4 is 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
Now I request all the 3 judges to go to the breakout room via the option being displayed on the screen.
Along with Anupama ma'am and Neeraj ma'am.
Now I invite Reena ma'am for badge ceremony of Health and Wellness Club.
Thank you, Ayushman. Myself, Reena Gupta, convener of Health and Wellness Club, would like to share the goals and objectives of the club. The overall goal of Health and Wellness Club is to promote effective learning through supporting peoples. It aims to increase their knowledge and understanding of health issues that affect them directly and guide them to adopt positive behaviors to prevent poor health. Glimpses organized Dawai Bhi Kadai Bhi, a campaign by Directorate of Education. National Deworming Campaign held from 2nd August till 7th August under the guidance of Directorate of Family Welfare GNCTD, celebrated Swachhta Pakwara from 1st September to 15th September in the school under the guidance of Directorate of Education and Ministry of Education by organizing various activities. Students actively participated in various activities like painting, slogan writing, e-poster, essay writing, mask making, flip book based on COVID appropriate behavior. These are some of the works of the Health and Wellness Club. Students?
Excuse me, Reena Gupta ma'am, we are able to see only the first slide of your presentation.
Just a minute. Ma'am, is it visible now?
Yes, now the teachers' names are there, teacher in charges are there.
Yes. Myself, convener, Ms. Kirti Prasad as coordinator, Ms. Sasikala as coordinator, Dr. Mudita Gupta as coordinator. Now I would like to introduce you to my dedicated and enthusiastic team. Ronya, President, Arpit Tripathi as Vice President, Pratha Pujara as Secretary, Surbhi Bhatt as Joint Secretary, Uditi Goyal as Executive Coordinator, Ayush Kumar as Executive Coordinator, Anya Jain as Coordinator, Shine Arora, Coordinator, Vansh Gupta, Coordinator, Mimansha, Coordinator. Now I would like Ronya Jain to please deliver the code of
I, Ronya, the President of Health and Wellness Club, on the behalf of my club members, would like to extend my gratitude to our teachers and principals, sir. I am extremely thankful to them for this responsibility and having faith in me. I would also like to thank my club members for their teamwork and support. We all pledge to work with utmost dedication under the guidance of our teachers. Thank you. Now I invite Sanjana ma'am for Eco Club badge ceremony.
Thank you. Ishan, please change the PPT.
They have to stop the share.
Yeah. Good afternoon to one and all present here.
Eco Club was started in our school in the year 1997. It has been motivating our students to think and take actions for a better future and conserve the environment. Some glimpses of our past activities are plogging, that is picking up plastic waste while jogging, tree plantation drives, adoption of a park near our school, say no to single-use plastics, bird nest making, Earth Day celebrations, poster making competitions. Some of our ongoing projects under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav are Green Good Deeds of the Week, awareness of noise pollution, awareness on wetlands, Ozone Day celebrations, distribution of saplings to the employees, anti-cracker oath, and awareness on air pollution. Now I'd like to introduce the members of the Eco Club. First, the teachers are Sanjana Mangle, myself, Sangeeta Gupta, Priyadarshini. The students of our club are President Jatin Kumar from 12G, Vice President Khushi Kumari from 11B, Secretary Ishant Agarwal from 10th F, Joint Secretary Manik Bansal from 9C. The coordinators are Niyati Jain from 10th F, Pranav Nair from 9th F, Abhisha from 8th E, Toshan Khurana from 8D, Siddhi Sehgal from 7th E, and Hriday Arora from 7th E. I'd like to call Jatin, our president.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the Eco Club, I, Jatin Kumar, the president of the club for session 2021 to 2022, would like to thank Principal Sir, teachers, and the school management for giving us this opportunity to contribute in the activities of club effectively and efficiently. We would be making our best effort to spread awareness regarding the conservation of environment. Thank you. Over to Ishant.
Ishant, remove the spotlight. Over to Ayushman.
Now I would like to invite Principal Sir to say a few words till the results are being prepared.
Thank you, Ayushman. Thank you so very much. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Right. So, I mean, it was a delight to be, the part of this event today, wherein people presented actually like the heritage presentations. And thank you so very much, all the, the club members for taking us down the memory lane, because we have lived through, we have witnessed actually, whether it is Ganesh Chaturthi, Deepavali, and Dasera, a little lesser actually Durga Puja, because mostly it is, it is practiced mostly in the West Bengal. I think Ms. Kuhu would be able to, understand that better. But then a lot of learning took place today while you people were presenting, so thank you so very much. And particularly like, the first a presentation regarding Ganesh Chaturthi. You know, the qualities of Lord Ganesha people were talking about. So that reminds me, actually, we used to sing one prayer. And since this event, since this festival is more prevalent and more into Maharashtra, so there used to be Marathi prayer which we used to sing, and that it goes like Sukh karta dukh harta varta vignanchi nurbi purvi prem kirpa jayanchi सर्वांगी सुंदर उति सिंदूराची कंठी झलके मन मुक्ता फलांची जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ति दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ति. I mean, so just by a glance of Lord Ganesha, whatever desire one has get fulfilled, you know. So that is the impact of Lord Ganesha, the most innocent Lord. So I think it is extremely important to educate people about the cultural heritage of a country. And secondly, talking about the Deepavali, one thing actually in this, we have seen Ram Leelas. When we were young, we were going actually to see Ram Leela. I mean, if you summarize actually the whole Ram Leela, since I'm in leadership and I see the young leaders also leading their clubs, you know, so there's a saying ki Ram van gaye to ban gaye. So he was called Ram earlier, but when he came back winning over Ram, then he was called Lord Ram. So he became Lord by going to one. The hardship he had seen. And if you look at, like, if you summarize the whole thing, I mean, the kind of resources he created and utilized. He was the son of King Dasarath. He could have easily taken the help from all the nearby rulers and kings, but he did not choose actually, like, you know. So what he chose actually to empower the monkeys, the Nal, Neel, you know, these, I mean, all these resources, and he created the army of all these people. So this is like, you know, how he empowered each person or each animal he came across, or each, like, you know, so be it Sugriva, or I mean, so everybody, like, you know, this is what the role of leaders. You as young leaders also need to think of how to utilize the resources. And about Ravana, if you look, you know, at the end, when you were talking about Dasara, when the Rama wanted to, you know, cross this sea, he wanted to actually perform a Havan, and he needed a great Pandit who has the knowledge of Shastra. So Ravan was the greatest Pandit of that time. Nobody was more intelligent than Ravan. So he invited Ravan for performing that Havan, which was being performed for winning over Ravan himself. So he accepted the invitation and he came. And what Ravan asked actually as Dakshina, he said, "Ki when if I would like you to have with me at my at the end of my life." So that is actually the boon he asked from Rama, which very much like Rama was there. So I mean, there's a lot of learning. There are a lot of values in these these presentations. I'm so glad that our young children, young leaders, taking these as project and presenting them and educating their fellow students. And thank you so very much, everyone. My compliment to judges. I think they are going to have a tough time to select like which house is the best, because you all were good. So I also would like to thank Divya Khanna and alumni of Ahlcon Public School. It is always a pleasure to meet the alumni, have them back, judge the event, and their connect is really appreciated. And my compliment and congratulations to all the students who've been given the batches today. for the role they will be playing in the respective club. So my compliments and congratulations to all of you. Thank you so very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Now, as we are ready with the results, I would like to invite our alumni, Ms. Divya Khanna, to say a few words and announce the results.
Good afternoon to all. I would like to begin by saying that it has been a pleasure to witness such enthusiastic participation from all the teams. Even though this competition is being conducted online, the presentations were very well researched and very insightful. I can only imagine how difficult it must have been for all the participants to coordinate online, but the efforts of each team were very much visible. Every team has put their heart and soul into their presentation and made all of us more aware of the cultural festivities in India. It takes me back to my school days and how the time around these competitions used to be so lively. The anxiety in the air, those last minute preparations, rushing here and there to make every little arrangement before the start of the event, and something or the other going wrong at the very last moment. These competitions and events used to be an opportunity for all of us to miss classes. If I talk about myself, I was not a very confident student and I would hesitate a lot before participating in any competition or event. But the amount of support that I received from my teachers throughout my school life enabled me to take full advantage of all the opportunities that came along my way, and also made me realize that only being academically active is not sufficient. Participating in various competitions helped me in stepping out of my comfort zone and made me see my true potential. And hence, I would reiterate the same for all my juniors present here. The various co-curricular activities that are organized by the school helps in developing confidence and a healthy competitive spirit. It gives you exposure, and along the journey, you make unforgettable memories. I know many of us are scared that we might make a fool of ourselves, but all I would say is that not succeeding is better than not trying at all. To swim, one has to get immersed in water instead of just standing on the bank. In the end, to conclude, I would like to say that enjoy each moment of your school life to the fullest, for the simple reason that it will not come again. And I cannot express what an honor it has been to be on the other side of the fence. Thank you to Principal Sir, to all the teachers who gave me this opportunity, and to the participants who made such wonderful presentations today. I know every team has been holding their breath, so without any further ado, let's move on to the result declaration. The third position has been given to Eklavya House, and the second position goes to Pralad House, and the first position is being shared by two houses, Dhruv and Shravan. Congratulations to all the winners.
Hi Divya, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya. We really enjoyed your simplicity, and I think you are able to connect with the young generation. I think valuable words, valuable advice you have given to them. So thank you so very much for that. I really appreciate your contribution, talking to these children and coming in and judging the event. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir.
You do visit school. Particularly on Teachers' Day, you do come. I think all these teachers, they would love to see you that day. Otherwise, also they would love to. But just most of the children, they express their desire that they would like to come and greet their teachers, and these teachers also look forward to that the alumni coming in and just greeting them, so that makes their day. So you're most welcome anytime you are around, nearby. Just come in. We'd love to have you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So congratulations, Miss Monica, Miss Mamta, and everyone who is for this wonderful presentation. Congratulations, each one of you who been part and parcel of making this event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the organizers. Wonderful, wonderful presentations. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Principal Sir, teachers, judges, and all the students for coming.
Thank you so much.
To the organizers for inviting us as judges. We really enjoyed all the presentations.
Thank you all. We thoroughly enjoyed.
Thank you so much for sparing your time. And thank you, Divya. Really, it is a very proud moment for us, and looking you on the other side.
Yeah.
So it is really a proud moment for us. Thank you so much.
So
Thank
Divya,
you, Manjari. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, Divya.
Thank
you, everyone.
Thank you, Rajni.
Divya, it was nice to see you again. And though apart from we keep on meeting sometimes outside the metro station, it was lovely to see you again. And today, and again hear your thoughts. It was wonderful. Keep coming, like Principal Sir said, to the school, and keep coming and encouraging our young lot. Will be honored for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you to all the organizers. Wonderfully, it was executed wonderfully. Thank you so much.
Divya, it seems you're still in school, I can't think that you have, reached the higher scales, but still you seem to be a student of
nice
9th and standard.
She was sort of docile type, and today she also spoke in a very nice manner and from a heart. Actually, she spoke so nicely. I was feeling very proud of her.
Ma'am, even I feel I'm still in because we hardly went to college.
Yeah, true.